What's up, nerds? I'm the Roleplay Gamer and I like to party. Welcome to Stellaris. In a nutshell, this is, well, it's a grand strategy game, a la Paradox, but it's set in space. For those of you who have no idea what the hell I just said, think Sins of a Solar Empire, but so much bigger and deeper. You know, there's more to it. It's not just a combat game. In fact, combat is quite hands-off in this, and you know, I don't mind that. Anyway, so this is not going to be a series about me explaining all the little intricacies of it. There are certainly more than enough videos of that nature on the YouTubes at the moment, so this is just going to be, you know, a bit of fun. I really like things with tentacles. They both fascinate and frighten me, so we're going to create a great and bountiful squid empire. So of course this game allows you to create your own races, and there's quite a lot of depth here that I'm really loving. So first we've got appearance. We will go with the Moscoloids here, and we're going to pick, I think, these guys, the bald sort of squid men here. I also could have gone with these guys, but I feel like these guys they look a little more warlike. So these guys are sort of we're trying to portray a grand, very high-minded overlord race kind of thing. So the general premise of what I'm doing here is within the next 200 years, which I think is when this game is set, basically squid and octopuses and such, and yes, it is pronounced octopuses. I think that is actually an appropriate pronunciation. It's not necessarily octopi. They rapidly evolve. It's like a freak mutation or something, and they take over the planet. Because we all know that that's coming. Like, if you've seen the way an octopus, you know, handles its shit, dude, don't even, like, there's no doubt in my mind that they're gonna rule the planet someday. So we're going with tentacle guys, and we're not going to be too serious with it. We're just straight up going to call them the squid. And so hang on, how does it? Because it'll set up like an adjective for you. So the squid and the plural are, you know, it's a single squid and they are squid. Yep, that's correct. If I'm not mistaken. And it makes the adjective the squawn, which I really like that. We can also set a bio. Actually, you know what? I should be able to. I'm going to do that right now, and we're going to cut it in. All right, here we go. The Earth squid have evolved and taken over the planet. Now they set their sights for the stars. Azura, help us all. If I'd actually planned out a bio, it would have been a hell of a lot more in-depth and a complete waste of time, because I'm sure no one cares about that. We can also set names here, and we can mix and match from like any preset of races and shit. It's pretty balls to the wall cool. So I think, look, I haven't gone through all of these. I might just go with one of the Moscoloid presets here. This one has a lot of commas in the middle of words, which that seems exotic to me, so I kind of like that. The traits now, I think we're gonna do decadent, which means that this species requires slaves or servants to feel content. So basically, we're talking like supreme overlord squid people here, you know, and of course very decadent as the trait suggests. So we're gonna go with that, and I think, what was the other one I wanted? So that's a negative trait, but it's also a fun trait. And to counteract that, venerable, yes. So they live a really long time. So our leader says right here, plus 120 years on leader lifespan. So I think we can go with that. They should be fine. Hang on, can I put in something else? Charismatic. I think, does it want like another solitary? Kind of like that. Does that balance it out, I think? So that now we're in the positive. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see how we go. It's still red. Cannot choose the decadent trait unless you have chosen a trait, ethos, or government that increases slavery tolerance. Okay, I understand. We'll get to that in a second. It's good that it actually tells you what the problem is. Okay, so I'm not sure if we actually have to set a different name for both male and female, but I'll put it in there regardless. So I think we'll start with a male ruler, and we'll call him Gob, because I was just testing this out before, and I hit random a few times and came up with Gob, and I thought that's just absolutely perfect. So the leader title is going to be Overlord. And same with the Overlady? Though Lady is quite human. Overlass? No. we'll call the female leaders will be overlords as well. Great. But we will start with a male for now. Color variant. It's cool that you do have a little bit of choice. I would have liked a little more. Like a red lobster would be good. I'm not red lobster. That's some sort of restaurant in America, I think. A red squid would be good. So that we could Zoidberg it up. But we'll go with this. You know, sort of kind of formal ceremonial robe kind of thing. Yeah, that's the one. I like that. I like a bit of purple squid all up in here. And naturally, we're going to be prioritizing ocean worlds. Because they're squid, you know, they may... well, we don't know what they look like underneath. They could be just a whole mess of tentacles, which I really like. So this is Earth, but then they renamed it Arth. Because why not? We may as well call the star Sol. And we will start in the Sol system. This is going to be so good. And you can actually, like I said, you can mix and match motifs from different races. I think we'll use the Arthropoid City, maybe? Musculoid. What looks cool? You know what? We'll use the Reptilian City. I like the blockiness of it. We might not use the Reptilian ships, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so I want to make them fanatically spiritual. So this is actually going to make them really happy. Which I like very much. And I was playing around with like a secondary trait. I was going to go, well, xenophobic, maybe. Militaristic, maybe. But I feel like everyone is kind of doing a xenophobe race. And even though, like, I was also tempted to do, what's the other? Xenophile, right? Because it's like, yeah, we love other races. We'll go and enslave them and whatnot and do what we want to them because we love them in a very creepy way. But that actually, I think that ups or like lowers the slavery tolerance or something like that. I don't know, something weird. So it doesn't quite work out for us. But I thought, what if we go pacifists, right? What if they conquer with like politics and shit? And so this doesn't block us off from engaging in combat. But it just means we grow faster, which totally works for me. And I suppose we've got a certain proclivity towards other forms of conquest, if that's at all possible. And we will go with a divine mandate. This is going to satisfy our decadence requirement over here. So, you know, slavery tolerance and resettlement cost. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but that's cool. So basically, we've got a one true god leader. Whether that is the overlord or what, you know, that remains to be seen. I think that is. I think the ruler is like their god, which is pretty cool. I really like that. And each ruler can build a tomb monument building, which I'm not sure what that does, but I really like where that's going. Empire name will be the Great and... Hang on, that's not a Bountiful Empire of the Squid. So the adjective there, it would be the squan again, wouldn't it? And then we can come up with a acronym for that, I think. Can't be empty, AJ, can't be empty. Okay, we think we're good. Yep, we're all good. All right, so I've already got an idea. I've already got a design for their emblem. We're going to go with pointy. So this sort of represents their head and the tentacles right there. Then we're going to go this with sort of... No, wrong way. We want the secondary color. A bit of that. And then the primary color is going to be black. So this represents... Actually, could we do like purple? Would that look good? Like a dark purple there, kind of like that. So basically what's going on here is it's the representation of like the squid head with the tentacles lording over the earth or a world, right? And that's sort of like the space or the sky. I like it. It's got significance. We're going to start off with energy weapons. Why not? And warp travel. You know, not just because it's for new players, but I kind of like, well, you know, it probably it's for new players because it's quite easy to understand. It's just point and click. You go where you want. And I think we will go with the musculoid ships. Yeah, I was tempted by the anthropoid ships, but we'll go musculoid for now. So I think we're good. We are decadent, venerable, and solitary. fanatic, spiritualist pacifists with warp drives and red lasers from Earth that we've renamed Arth. Oh yes, oh yes. Alright, so here we go, where we're putting together a star system here. So I'm going to make it tiny. This is just because I don't know how well this is going to do on YouTube. I don't know if you guys are into it, if you're going to watch it or not. So as just sort of a test, you know, we're going to start small so that the series ends quickly. And if you want to see more after that, then we can do a huge star system afterwards with another race or whatever. So we'll do like 4 AI empires and we'll do Ironman, which I think just it does what you expect it to do. In Ironman mode, console cheat, oh really? Are disabled and the game is automatically saved regularly to a single file. In games played with this setting, there is no turning back. I like it. Let's do it! In the eons since the first primitive squid communities took shape in the archipelagos and lagoons of Arth, our civilization has spread and prospered. Many false prophets took it upon themselves to offer spiritual guidance to our people as we advanced through the ages, but the true faith prevailed. The last heathen strongholds were vanquished after several bloody crusades, uniting us under the holy will of a single divine leader. Now, after the successful creation of several experimental subspace fields, the finest minds of the great and bountiful empire of the Squid have finished development of the first warp drives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Oh, I love it! Oh, this is so good. Okay, so this is real time, just in case you were wondering. There's no turn-based nonsense here, which I like. You know, I haven't got anything against turn-based games. In fact, some of my favorite games are turn-based, but I really appreciate the real-time factor. We're not going to go with any tips here, and this could spell my doom because I've only played one game so far. So what do we got here? We got a construction ship and a science ship. So like I said, you know, I'll explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but you know, if you want grand, lofty, full explanations of everything that's going on, I highly recommend you check out Quill18's videos or Mathis Games. He explains it fairly well as well. But yeah, it takes like an episode or two to explain just the basic mechanics. It's not like super deep. I've played worse. I think, what was it called? It's escaped me at the moment, but there's a game that's very similar to this that came out several years ago, and it's 2D. It has a lot of automation. Something Worlds. Anyway, I'll remember it later. But yeah, I've played that, and that gets quite severe in terms of complexity. I like how much more accessible this is. Okay, so what am I doing? I keep hitting space like it's gonna zoom out my view. It's actually E that does it. So I've sent a science ship to go, hang on, just make sure it's got a scientist on board. I've sent a science ship to go survey this system, and I've set it to survey the whole system. You can set the ships to survey individual planets at a time, but it's just simpler to do the whole system. We've actually kind of got a shitty setup here. We've only got 2 systems in our influence area, so we can't actually build anything outside of this purple influence. High Priestess Ducel is the new heir to our empire and will take the throne when our current ruler dies in like 120 plus years. I love it because we're a very old and squid-like race. So one thing that I should have done is I should have actually surveyed our home system. Can I build another science ship? It's something that I should do anyway because we'll explore quicker. Yep, so we'll build another science ship. Yeah, I should have done that first. So actually I'll get my science ship and I'll get it to come back and survey our home system. Discovery of alien life. You know, I'll just let the game keep playing while we go through this. The Sothulva have made a startling what the hell? have made a startling find on Alpha Centauri 1. The planet is teeming with alien life! Exclamation mark. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Arth. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Alpha Centauri 1 are sentient, It is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. I love it. I'll try not to take so much time on everything that pops up, but, you know, when it's nice and thematic like that, first times are good. Okay, so construction ship. This is something, you know, this is why I'm prioritizing scanning down our home system first. The spaceport has finished construction. Okay, so the great and bountiful empire of the Squid is abuzz with news of the alien organisms discovered by the Sothilva some time ago. Squorn theologians, I've never actually seen that word before, have been partaking in arcane rites since this first sign that divine providence extends outside of Arth, attempting to find new answers. Oh yes. Okay, so we've got we'll slow it down just for a second. We got the science ship. Let's get the second science ship to survey. We can't? Requires a scientist. Okay. Let's assign a scientist. Who is anyone free? Are we gonna have to recruit a scientist? You know what? I'm not opposed to that idea. Anomaly discovery chance. That actually sounds perfect for the science ship. So we've actually found an anomaly. Oddly enough, during the survey of our home system, we found something on Mars that did not match earlier observations made from our home world. I like it. So that science ship now has... Oh, hang on. There it is. Now has a scientist, so we can send him to survey the system. Okay, I am far too excited, and my mouth is doing all sorts of crazy things that I don't necessarily want it to do. That sounds weird. Okay, so we need to survey survey, if you will, our home system as quickly as possible to determine where the resources are, because then we can use the construction ship to build mines and whatnot. So let's just unpause that and let it go. We found one of our old probes on Mars. It has somehow kept intact. It has somehow kept intact all these years and is still trying to send data to our homeworld. It stands as a testament to our past struggles and our wish to flee our planet's bounds. We should continue to investigate these sorts of anomalies whenever we get the chance. It will most assuredly grant us new knowledge and technology. Okay.
System survey complete.
Okay, so we've actually successfully completed the survey of Alpha Centauri 1, and what does it have? It's just got the 2 resources. Our leader has gained a leader has gained a level. Cool, so Alpha Centauri 1 itself seems to be the only one that has resources. We may as well drop a mine on it with our single construction ship while we wait for our home system to be fully scanned. Now, maybe this is why, maybe it's sort of balanced out. I was going to say, we haven't got a lot of options within our starting influence area, you know, of places to expand to. And maybe this is why, because we've chosen to start on Sol, we get a lot of planets in here, which means, you know, quite a bit of resources already, and we haven't even fully scanned the system yet. You know, we still got Uranus. That's how you pronounce it, guys, you know? None of this Uranus crap. Because named after one of the Titans, one of the Greek Titans. Okay, something else I've neglected, we need to set up some research. So the research is interesting as far as I'm aware, because it's randomly generated to a degree. Administrative AI, Organization Center Rerounding Academy further. I kind of want to build artificial intelligence, which is something we can do. We can actually build robot people. Oh yes, this is going to be so good. So I don't know. But I feel like administrative AI might lead to that eventually. So that's something I want to prioritize. New World Protocol is also something we definitely want to do. This is going to allow us to build colony ships and colonize other planets. Ion thrusters, power plate, use beams, the need for propellant. Okay, so maybe this is going to allow us... Okay, this is going to give us a ship module, I think. So once we start designing our own ships, which again is something we can do, I think that's going to maybe allow those ships to travel faster, which should be pretty cool. So I'm not sure how long I'll make this episode. I might go to the half-an-hour point, or, you know, I've wasted some time recording, so I'll go a little further than that and hope it adds up to half an hour. Science ship. We do have a science ship that is not doing anything, so we'll move him over here to survey... What is this system called? Can't read that from here. Bernard Star. Oh, okay. And then, you know, Sirius, we'll queue it up, you know. Okay, we've completed a construction. We'll get there. All right. Construction ship. So that's really, I mean, I don't know. At least there's only one mine, and it's doing the Lord's work right there. So now we'll go back to Sol, I guess. And another great thing is, you know, that it's just so much more accessible than games I've played in the past. Build mining stations. Oh, maybe that's going to build mining stations like on all the things. What if I zoom in and pick individuals? Because we really need... We got minerals, we got energy credits, and we've got influence as our three main resources. We probably want to put a mining station on Mars and one on Vesta, because we definitely want to get those minerals up quick because they're used predominantly for building more mines and stuff. We also do start off with a fleet. This is the first Abyssal Flotilla, which I love it. I love that it's called that. Yep, that looks like something a Squid would build. So they're not really going to do anything at the moment. I think they're just orbiting Arth/Earth. That is so good, isn't it? Like, there's no Earth. It just assumes that we're on Earth. Is that right? Is there an actual separate Earth? I don't think so. I think it's actually let us rename Earth to Arth. That is so good. That is just that. Oh, yes. All right, so it looks like there is a potentially colonizable world here. There is a tundra, though, so let's scoop in there and see what happens. It's not surveyed, so we don't really know whether we can colonize it or not. Let's speed shit up. We do have a science ship that's not doing anything, so let's go survey more stuff over here. And can we move out further? Yeah, we can survey that next. No. Some of the controls are... Well, I mean, no, the controls are actually really good. It's just I get confused with them personally. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this moon. The small planetoid's orbit appears far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. Oh, we have to research this shit. Oh, I have a theory of where that's leading. There's some really, really cool... sort of... I don't know if randomly generated events is appropriate, but, you know... fun little events that occur. So this is, of course, you know, it's a small galaxy. Like I said, I want to be done with it quick, just in case, you know, it doesn't do well. But we'll see. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Procyon var. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. Same thing. Signs of activity, ancient precursor. Hang on. Oh man, so many events. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. Well, we'll research that. We definitely want to know about precursor civilizations. Okay. Wow, so much happening. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence. I think I need to make this UI bigger because it's a little bit hard to read from this distance. I'm probably a little further away from the screen than most people would usually sit. Reads a popular Newsnet post on Arth. The people of the great and bountiful empire of the Squid are apparently finding some humor in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record, but potential equals from other stars continue to elude us. Science officer Nuvace, or Nuvace maybe, we can pronounce it however we want, report on the traces found on Procyon var seemingly only add an ironic twist to the situation. Okay, so people are sort of, they're kind of ridiculing the fact that, you know, or perhaps ridiculing the life that we've found to this point. So the construction ship is not doing much. The signs, shit, so much happening, man. The signs of Ut activity in the vicinity of Sirius 1 turned out to be false leads. Science officer Govace has asked to continue the search with Golvar elsewhere. So, okay, so the Golvar and that thing, the other thing that I couldn't pronounce before, those were ships. Those are our science ships, I think. Okay, I'm going to slow it down just for a second and deal with this construction ship. So what's going on? Our Our mineral income is actually pretty good, I think, for early game. We probably want to set up a mining station on Venus to get some energy credits, because we don't want to neglect them. While we don't necessarily need them, they're not as important early game as far as I've found so far. As minerals, you know, they do become important later on. Okay, alright. All of our ships are engaged. We can speed things up just a little bit. Do I need to build another construction ship? Probably. What is happening now? What do you want? There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. More! Oh, so much! Science ship Gulvar has encountered a hostile alien vessel fleet in Olimar and is currently attempting to evade them. Oh, okay. We have encountered some form of alien vessel in the Olimar system. These strange objects have been flagged as alpha aliens. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. This is another empire. I'm pretty sure alphas are other empires. News of alien ships humming through the ether have reached Arth, in many ways ending the first chapter in the book of the great and bountiful empire of the Squid's bid for a stellar empire. Okay, more precursor civilizations. We're getting a lot of those. So what do we got here? Alpha aliens, right? That is another empire, right? I think it is. So, you know, maybe we want to set up some defenses on Sirius. It's only got like a research project thing, so we'll build... Hang on, what does this do? Build a research station in orbit. Yep.
Complete.
Okay, so it looks like we've completed our research of ion engines. So what is next? Deep space outpost, rather. Powered exoskeletons. Oh, really? Oh shit, that's so cool, guys. I kind of want that, but I also want this. Can you imagine? Squid overlords and powered exoskeletons? Holy shit. This is some good shit. Okay, what else do we need to do? We also need to go to our home planet of Arth and survey our resource gathering on the planet itself. So, what do we got here? Building details. What is it? Planetary administration. Okay, so that's like a capital. We can upgrade it at some point. No upgrades available. Maybe we have to research some stuff. We're actually kind of good at the moment, I think. We could get more energy credits here. But otherwise, we've got buildings where it counts, I think. Maybe we'll build, depending on how much it costs, a hydroponic farm. It's going to cost some minerals, but not too many. So I might put that down there. And you do need population to staff it. So you can move the population around. As you can see here, I think that's a population growing. So... we're good. We can also enslave our own people. Our current stance on slavery prohibits us from enslaving this pop. I'm not sure how that works. Have I somehow messed up my... I don't know. We'll see how we go. Maybe we can only enslave enemy alien races as we are. I don't know. Unless our pacifist thing has... Unless our pacifist thing has completely ruined that prospect. Anyway, we have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Prosen Vla? Is there an extra L there that I didn't see earlier? Anyway, our scientists think they inhabited this region of stars roughly 6 million years ago, based on the age of the artifacts. The aliens called themselves the Ute and appear to have been very large and flat arthropod analogues. It seems a single individual could reach a length of nearly 100 meters as an adult, and it was apparently exceedingly rare for more than 2 or 3 Ute to travel aboard the same starship. Interesting. That's some interesting shit, guys. Oh, I'm brimming with patriotic mucus. Let's build some more things. So I definitely want to get as many minerals as I can, and we really want to boost our mineral income. So let's do that. We can't afford another mine, but that's alright. How's our... We've got a science ship that's not doing anything over there, and we can't go in here because apparently there's an alien race there, so we'll survey around them, I guess. Yeah, we'll survey those two systems and see how we go. How's this guy doing? No, I wanted to do that. Thank you. He's almost done. So he's got to survey Evagamer. Is that right? What?
Research complete.
Evagamar. Okay, he's going to survey Evagamar next. And we're slowly starting to exploit all the possible resource operations in our own system there. Next, we really need to get Bernard Star all up in here. What's going on? Can we colonize Bernard Star 4, right? That's 4, isn't it? Requires a colony ship. Yeah, we just need a colony ship. I don't think we can build a colony ship yet, though. No, we need to finish researching whatever the hell we were researching. We've encountered some form of alien vessel in the Banthuri system. These strange objects have been flagged as beta aliens. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. Okay. Oh, more hostile fleets. Stop. Actually, I'll just pause it while we pick another. Oh man, deflectors, fusion power, specialized combat computers. I'm gonna go with deflectors, considering that our attack power, because we're pacifists, our ship's attack power is reduced. We probably want to up their defense. I really hope I haven't like completely messed up this whole plan by making us pacifists. Anyway, okay. What next? What's going on? Shit, are we like completely boxed in terms of... So, I mean, at least they run automatically. So we're definitely going to want to fortify Sirius if at all possible. Research, observation, frontier outpost. Oh, I'm so close. 3 more influence, which is this resource right here, and I can build a frontier outpost, and I think Sirius would be a perfect candidate for that. So let's speed up a little bit. We'll wait for the construction ship to finish what it's currently doing, and there we go. We now have the resources to build a frontier outpost. Let's do that. Actually, let's not do that. Let's very much not do that. How do we stop it? Over here. Because I'm thinking, considering there's a habitable world there anyway, we'll colonize that. We won't need the frontier outpost. So if anything, if we could build some sort of, you know what? Maybe we send our fleet over there. The first Abyssal Flotilla. You know, they might not be able to do much, but we can bolster them a little bit. Arth has finished its surface construction queue. This is good. So I'm just playing around here. I'm assuming that more food means we grow faster. Okay, so I can't seem to get over here. Is that right? No, I can jump straight there, luckily. Okay, so I might be able to bypass these 2 systems here. This system here might be... You know, we might be able to sweep in there with a fleet and clear it out. This one, I think, is actually where the Alpha aliens are, so that might be an empire. We'll see how we go. I'm not sure, though. I don't know, man. Like I said, I haven't played that much, so it's going to be a little bit blind. We have detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Jurg-Shugrum. They currently seem to be experiencing the equivalent of a renaissance, having recently left the medieval age. Scientific knowledge is spreading rapidly, and the armies of their petty kingdoms are equipped with crude gunpowder-based projectile weapons. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. I like that idea. Was it over here? Is that right? Oh, hey, hear that. So, construction ship. Observation. Because the planet's not within our borders. So we've actually got to... Alright, we've got colonization potential over here. Oh, but we need continental colonization. Okay, so this is a little bit of a awkward situation whereby our home planet of Arth is continental, of course, because it's actually Earth, but we favor ocean planets. So there you go. Anyway, guys, I think I'll leave it there for now, and I'll pause it while we sort this out. So let me know what you think. If you want to see more of the exploits of the great and bountiful empire of the Squid, I'm certainly excited to see what these little rascals get up to. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. It needs love like everything does, especially the first episode of a series. It really helps it, to continue if you want to see more. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.